So you're about to watch a video where I'm doing live coaching with one of the closers, acquisition managers, as he's locking up a deal. New to the industry, new to virtual sales, and some of the best coaching that I ever got coming up in my earlier years, really my first year and a half, 2 years of ever being on the phone, I would get live coaching and then call recording coaching, calibration calls. And the way that it works is when one of the closers is on a call, we have a phone system where I can chime in and hear the conversation, and I can whisper into, or I can talk to him live as he's trying to close a deal. So what I did is he was right at the close, he got all the way to it, and he was struggling on the negotiations. I could tell he was a little nervous. So what I did is I got my headset on, I came over, I asked him, which I don't think he did, but I want him to remove one earpiece from his ear to where I'm listening to the call as well. I can hear what the homeowner is saying, and then I can sit and coach him on word tracks or how to negotiate. And when I was just getting started in the game, that was some of the best coaching I could have ever got. Because while I'm alive in the heat of the battle, I trusted somebody that was standing in front of me, and I would get real good at kind of hearing what he said, but I could also read his lips. And all he had to do was tell me exactly what to say. I didn't think about it. And after doing that enough with your closers, because again, you bring somebody onto your team, you ultimately have to mentor, coach, and train them for them to become better and completely replace you from the business of that role. So I would continuously do this with him, and before I knew it, he didn't have to coach me, then I was helping the new people that he would bring on. I'd do the same thing with them. So you're gonna see live in action how to take a brand new person, new to sales, new to virtual sales, new to wholesaling, and coach them on how to close a deal live. And if you're getting ready to hire a team, you gotta be willing and able to do this right here. All you gotta do is repeat exactly what I say. You don't even need to think. And I swear to you, we'll clip deals left and right. But you gotta get, when I come and do that, you take one ear off, you listen, and this is what you do, dude. You listen like this, and you're looking at me like this, so you can hear everything I'm saying. And I will give you the word for word tracks that you need to close those deals down. I'm on your side to get this done. Like, that's the beauty of working with prime partner home buyers, is it's me and you versus the money guys. And my job is to squeeze as much money out of the money guys as humanly possible to make you happy, to where when I get off this phone call, you're done taking calls and the deal's done. And you can go to bed tonight knowing you don't have to talk about this house ever again, other than collecting a check in about 30 business days. So with that being said, I went back there and told them you had a verbal offer. Typically, unless I can show them something in writing, they don't even entertain them. Because they know there's a lot of, how do I want to word it? They know there's a lot of verbal nonsense, and I'm not saying your contractor is by any means, because I don't know your contractor, but for me to have them come all the way up to this number, typically, they like something in writing. Just concrete evidence that someone's actually offered you this. So, because I told them it's your contractor, there's a chance I can get them to match or possibly beat him by a little bit. I can't guarantee the beat, but I'm pretty positive on the match. If I can get them to match and put it in writing, meaning it's as good as money in your bank, can we get this done today? Because if you say yes, I need to go back there and now sell them, do my magic, and convince them to match a verbal offer.
Hi there, Mr.
Hey,
Tracy.
sell the sizzle, baby.
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
All right. So I went back to those underwriters, and we were going back and forth a little bit. You know, we've been on the phone for a while. I've got to know you. I've got to know your daughter. You know, typically when I go back to them with a verbal offer, there's not really a whole lot. They like an offer in writing. They like an offer in writing, right? One of the underwriters, like I said, owes me a favor. So what? I'm not I'm not positive if we could. I'm pretty sure we can possibly beat that offer, but I'm almost positive I can get him to minimally match it. If that's something you're looking, if we could move forward today, would that be something you were willing to do? If I could get them to at least match that offer.
Alex, I really appreciate you, and I have enjoyed talking with you, and I'd really like to meet you because you sound like one heck of a guy. But I think I'm going to just try to go ahead and get it done over here locally, and I don't mean nothing by it, but if I can't, and it's sort of like this, if I can't get what I was going to get for it, I'm going to try to let it go to someone my daughter goes to church with. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. If I'm not going to get no more than that, I just, you know what I'm trying to say? I know he's a good guy. He's a church-going guy. He wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate you. But I feel like I'm butting heads and I'm not going to get what I want for it anyhow, so I might as well just let him get it. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I totally understand.
And I respect that.
And I respect that.
This is what I want to do.
This is what I want to do. My job
is to get you as much money as possible.
is to get you as much money as possible.
And by the time I hang this call up,
And by the time I hang this call up,
I'm going to do just that.
I'm going to do just that, all right?
Okay? I don't want to take anything away from your
appreciate
contractor.
you trying to help me. I don't want to stress you out or make you feel like
I don't want to take
any
anything
sort of
away
way.
from
I
your
think
contractor. And I don't want to, I'm not trying to butt heads or anything with you.
I'm a church-going guy
I'm
myself.
a church-going guy myself, you know?
And God be my
There you
witness.
go.
God be my witness.
He wants you to walk away.
He
with
wants
as
you to
much
walk
money
away
as
with as
possible.
much money as possible.
And I'm going to work with God to make that happen.
So
But
I'm
I feel
gonna
like
I'm
the
gonna
more
work with
I
God
have,
to
the
make
more
that
I can
happen.
help my youngins with.
Well, I definitely understand. I definitely understand. So what if I go?
In these what ifs, I can't guarantee anything. These
I
what
c-
ifs,
So
I
these
can't
what ifs,
guarantee anything.
I can't guarantee anything.
But
But
if I can put an additional
if I can put an additional
$2,500,
$25,000,
$2,500 in your pocket,
in your pocket above that 130,
so $132,500.
$132,000, $500. Would that be something? Would that 25 extra?
No, but I appreciate it, and I hate that I was your first okay, and I'm blowing it for you.
No, I mean,
Talk to me.
talk to me. What we're coming up on an hour on the phone here. What do I need to do? What do you need to do from me?
Money.
I have my husband standing right before me, and
Awesome.
and
Get him on
I'm
the phone
asking
with
him
us.
straight out in front of you, husband.
Awesome. What is he doing?
Listening to, he's been listening the whole time. My husband.
What's his name?
And his name is Tim. And
His name is.
and
What's his name?
I was asking him, Tim, and you give an offer of 132. That was his offer. He's shaking his head no, and like I said, thank you, Alex.
So what is? Can Tim hear me?
I get as much as I could for it. I can't. He can hear you.
Okay, Tim. What's the issue with the 132?
I mean, I know you know what the tax value is on the house is already. You're looking at that, I just feel like you can get at least 160 for it.
Your home is worth what somebody's willing to.
Your home. Yeah, I understand. Your home is only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it.
They jack the taxes up.
They jack the taxes up to make more taxes, right? The tax appraisal is never a good number to run that on. Our underwriters have been doing this for 10, 15 years. They're very good at what they do. I've gotten them trained. I've gotten them
like 140 to 160
I really want to
anywhere
help
from
y'all
there.
with this and just get this problem off our hands. And I think this is. I mean, you've already talked me up $22,000 from what we thought was a really good deal. So to just put aside the headache of this and to to make a good deal to get y'all.
If I can give you 135,000. We cover all the closing costs.
And like I said, I know Mr. Tracy mentioned having a bad experience with a realtor and taking out all the commissions and the closing costs and stuff. We pay all that. So if I could go into the underwriters and get $135,000, no closing costs, no commissions, cash in your pocket, and we could close in less than 30 days. I'm failing to see what the holdup is.
If you can do that at 145 and take care of everything, then she said she'll go with it.
Meet me in the middle, 140, and I have to get it approved.
Meet me in the middle. Meet me in the middle. If we can do 140 right now, I still have to go get it approved from them. But if I can get them 140, and that's my boxing gloves are on, and I'm calling a favor or two.
Yeah, we'll go 140.
Go 140. Okay, now bear with me for just one
Yeah.
moment. What I want you to do is go ahead and pull your computer up for me. Because if they say yes, they're gonna we can send you the agreement right now.
They don't have a computer.
Redneck.
So anything that you do, you'd have to send it, and then when I get to work tomorrow, I could print it off and have them sign it and scan it back to you.
Well, you can pull up your email from your phone though, Miss Rachel? I can
Yes,
send it
I
to you right
can.
now. We can go over with it. I can go over it with them.
Okay.
What's your email?
Dude, if you think you can sell that for 160, that's worth it.
I literally just asked Tony, and we both said 140,
Okay.
160.
All right, bam.
I'm going to tell you
Let's
what
go.
it is, and then I'm going to spell it out to make sure you have it.
Okay, you give it to me.
It's Hannah.
They have a offer from their contractor for 130. It's a verbal offer. He's 3.5 weeks on the phones. He's brand new, never done this before. Gets a little stressed out, you can tell when it comes to the negotiation, but they like him, trust him, want to do business with him. It was just getting to a number that made sense. We believe we can assign this anywhere between 160 to 140 being the lowest. They said if we can give them $140,000, they'll do the deal. I'm willing to gamble we can make 20 grand on this, and then once we get the pictures back, for whatever reason, it's not in the condition they said it's in, we have the negotiation power to go in for a reduction, not going into this thinking we're gonna get one, because we think right now we can make probably around 20 grand on this. Lock it up for 140, assign it for 160, but the pictures are gonna dictate what we put this out at. And if we find any discrepancy in what they said the condition is versus what the pictures are, any good negotiator is gonna go in and have another conversation with that homeowner. But what we would do first is we would send that deal out, make a listing, push it out to all the investors, get feedback of when they go and walk through that property. Because if they find anything catastrophically wrong with it, or it doesn't match up with what they said, again, we have now concrete evidence. We've had buyers go in there, walk the property, send us emails of their breakdown of what needs to be done to it versus what the homeowner's trying to tell us needs to be done to this. So we believe 20 grand's in the deal. We're gonna lock it up for 140, and we're gonna put this one under contract. Again, he's been on the phones for 3.5 weeks. It's his 5th contract he's done.
It was truly a pleasure to get to know both of y'all, and congratulations on bringing this chapter to a close. We're gonna walk your hand in hand with you through the entire process. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It was a pleasure. I love getting to help in these kind of circumstances for sure. So it was a pleasure for me as much as it was for you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a wonderful evening now. Okay?
You too. Yeah, bye.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Hey, what's going on? I want to congratulate you for making it to the end. What does that mean? You're in the 1% club. No one else stuck around. You did. What I want you to do is subscribe. More importantly, comment. below. That way I know exactly who you are and we can get to know one another. Every single week, by you turning your notifications on, you're not gonna miss the sales training that's gonna keep you in this 1% club. Comment below, subscribe. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Let's continue to refuse to lose.